Hello, 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 hello. Wow, 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 wow. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, wherever you may be joining us from. All right. This is Terry of Modible welcoming you to the Exceptional and Significant Leader Conference. Wow, 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 wow. I'm so grateful to God for this opportunity and I'm so thankful. Uh, of course, when you set a date for an event and you finally are having it, wow, that means that's a dream come true. So I'm so excited. Oh, I can see some people already joining us right now. All right, I can see some people joining us right now. Thank you so much for joining in. Please do me a favor if you are joining me live. I want to encourage you to engage on the comments, please. Drop your name and where you're joining me from on the comments. It will be so great to mention you. All right, please drop your name, where you're joining me from at the comment section. I'll be so glad to let me read your name out. All right, great. Put your comments also on the live stream. Awesome. So I see someone says we are live. I'm not, I don't see your name right here. I didn't see your name. So you also want to go a step further. Maybe you click on the link on top of this video and enable the application we're using to stream you live. All right, to be able to put in your name. So that'll be also great. So we can see your name from the back end here. All right, so we can actually celebrate you and thank you for joining. Okay, awesome. Someone says nice, bro. All right, so nice, bro. I'm not seeing your name. All right, or maybe you want to also add. My name is Chinedu Okafor, and your location. All right, yeah, great, awesome. Terry Fedna, thank you so much, Terry Fedna, joining from Lagos. Super glad to super glad to absorb pure knowledge. Awesome, awesome. So I'm going to put that right now on the screen. All right, thank you so much, Terry Ferdinand, for joining. I'm so glad and I'm so excited that they are joining us right now. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. All right. Who else is joining us live? Who else is joining us live? Okay. All right. All right. Drop your names on the comment. I see we have some other persons joining live. I'm just so glad. Drop your names on the comments. All right. And where you're joining us from, it would be great. All right. To actually celebrate you. I'm so excited and I'm so thankful to God and grateful that the Exceptional and Significant Leader Conference is here. All right. And more importantly, I want to celebrate today. All right. This time last year, this date last year, the 1st of July, I took a bold step. All right. I took a bold step that I was going to go back a year right here on this community to actually build and work it. Okay. All right. I just felt this leading, okay, to come back onto this community. I actually created this group 3 years ago. Not really because I understood what this was going to be. I was going to go on, but I had hosted a conference like 3 times. And I didn't understand how the internet works and how this thing works. Okay, we were just there, and I just created a group just to maybe take those who were offline online and to just maybe do a few things. Didn't understand the power of something like this or a community like this. Okay, so that was 3 years back. Okay, so June 2020, all right, during the lockdown, I just felt this urge, this leading, go back there and build this thing. So today we're celebrating 365 days of our community, the Little Beyond Success community. It's been an awesome journey. I cannot boast and tell you that I understood how to get this thing done 1st July last year. I cannot boast I understood. But today I've become better, and I believe everyone who's been a part of the community has become better. I have learned, and everyone has been a part of the journey has also learned. So it was so great and so great and so as an honor to actually host the first conference online, a first conference of the Exceptional and Leader Conference today. And I'm so excited and pumped up because all our speakers, 8 speakers, 8 speakers who's going to be dishing out content, dishing out inspirational value, adding value to everyone in this community during this period of the next 3 days. I want to encourage everyone joining. Please don't miss any day for anything. If you have to go get data, please go get it. All right. Don't miss any day. These people are people I have listened to. These are people who have been practitioners. They've been in the industry, and they understand what they're doing. They understand how to actually inspire you, to how to actually help you to learn the skills that will enable you to actually develop influence in your sphere of influence, in your own niche, in your own industry, in what you're doing right now. So these people are people I have followed for quite a while. Okay, I understand that they have what it takes to actually dish out. I know that the next 45 minutes, 50 minutes is not enough, but I know that they're going to give you enough value that you can run with for the next half of this year. So I want to encourage everyone, please stick through for this remaining 3 days, Thursday, today, Friday, and Saturday. It's going to be an awesome time. It's going to be an awesome time. Thank you. I see One Man of Fire in the building. One Man of Fire, thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining. I'm so excited. Thank you so much for your support. Thank you so much for being a part of this whole process. Thank you for your suggestions. Thank you for everything. I celebrate you publicly today. All right, for not sitting back to just, okay, allow this man to just do whatever he loves. You understand some of these things. You are doing great stuff there internationally. You're empowering people. You are one man on fire. Thank you so much for joining in. I celebrate you, even though I can't see your name, but I know you're in the world. Okay, so let me put it out there. One man on fire in the building from the other. Thank you so much, One Man on Fire. Thank you so much for joining. All right. Thank you so much for joining. Okay. All right. So we're going to start up this right away. All right, because we don't have so much time. All right, in 1 or 2 minutes right now, we're going to bring up our speaker. He's already on the back end here. He's already in the room. And I want to ensure that I give you enough time to be able to dish out what is prepared for us tonight. But before that, all right, let me say this again. If you are joining, please drop your name in the comments. All right, drop your name in the comments and where you're joining us from. It'll be so glad to celebrate you. Okay, and also please, at the course of tonight's conversation, please, if there's anything that resonates with you, please go ahead and drop it in the comments. All right, we will take that and put that on the screen so people can get the value. All right, drop it there. Let's engage. All right, let's let our speakers, they've taken our time out of their busy schedules to be able to come here and add value to you. So your only part is to be able to give value back by engaging in tonight's conversation. Okay. All right. So to the first section, second section is going to be blown out. It's going to blow out. Okay. So please engage. All right. Engage as much as you can. Let's hit 100, 200 comments in this video tonight so that others who are not here can say, what's happening? And they can be a part of us. Okay. So thank you so much, everyone, for joining. And I'm going to just right now go ahead and bring on our speaker right now into the room. All right. I'm going to bring our speaker right now into the room. Okay. Wow. Yeah. Odeyemi, Olayiwole, thank you so much. I've watched you from afar. Thank you so much. I guess you can hear me. Can you hear me, sir? I can't hear you. So I need to hear you now. Okay. All right. Yeah. Benten, all the way from Ikeja, Lagos. Thank you for joining, Benten. All right. It's great having you, Benten. Yes, I can hear you, sir. I don't know. I can hear you. I can't hear you. Okay. Can you hear me? So if you can hear me, maybe you give a nod that you can hear me. Okay, you can hear me, but I can't hear you. Yeah, but I can hear you. So I need to hear you. If you can hear, okay, can you just say hi? All right. So let me ensure that participants can hear you. All right. Let's ensure that I can hear you. So if you can hear our speaker live, please put it on the comments that you can hear. Put on the comments you can hear or you can hear. So maybe just have. I want to ensure that we can hear you first. Okay. I want to ensure we can hear you first. We can hear you. Okay. All right. Can we type in the comments if you can hear? I can hear you. Okay. So maybe. Okay. All right. So there's technology here. So ensure that your microphone is on and working, sir. ensure your microphone is on and working. And okay. So while that is going on, okay, while that is going on, let me see what can be done right now. I just uh-oh. Okay, okay, okay. Okay, so let me add him on again. You have to work. Okay, can you speak, sir, now? Can you speak again now so we'll see if we can hear you? We can hear you. We can hear you. Oh, we can hear you. All right. So if you can hear the speaker on the room, all right. If you can hear from your end, please type in the comments. Please type in the comments and let me know you can hear, please. Type in the comments. Let me know you can hear. Okay. So I'm going to the comment section now, please. It'll be glad. It'll be grateful. Okay. Wow, 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 wow. Okay, we're having a tough time there now. Started off, okay, but let's see how this can roll. Okay, let's just get a few minutes, please, to sort this out. You know how this thing is. You know how this thing is. Okay, we can't hear the speaker yet. Okay, awesome. We can't hear the speaker yet. Samuel Bandan. Thank you so much, Samuel, for joining. Thank you so much, Samuel, for joining. I'm grateful. I'm grateful to Samuel is joining all the way from. Okay, let me see that again. Let me see that again. Okay, speaker is coming back on again. Samuel is joining all the way from. Is it Uganda? Uganda. So Samuel, it'd be great to put in your location. All right, so we can know. Just say Samuel Badan joining in from so place. Okay, great. Okay, so let's see. All right, so putting back a speaker, your live again, sir. I can see if you can hear you now. We can. I can hear you from this end. Okay, so you want to test your microphone and ensure. Are you using an earpiece? Maybe you want to try to use an earpiece. If you have an earpiece, all right, you can try and use an earpiece. Okay, so okay, try and use an earpiece. So let's see how that coming. We can, yes, you can hear me loud and clear. All right, awesome. Samuel Ibada joining all the way from Uganda, East Africa. Thank you so much, Samuel, for joining. Oh, I see Benita Edemeka. Thank you so much. Yeah, hello, exceptionals. I'm going to put that on the screen. Okay, awesome. All right, Benita says hello, exceptionals. Okay, thank you so much for joining. All right, great. It's going to be, I see so many people joining in tonight. Okay, I see Comfort Amotala. Thank you for joining in. I put it right now on the screen. Thank you, Comfort, for joining. Okay, awesome. We got to sort this out quickly. All right. Nothing's going to stop the fire tonight. Not tonight is the night. Okay. Tonight is the night. Okay. Okay, this is Benita. Benita says, good to be here. All right, awesome. Okay, so let's just hang on a few minutes. I believe, okay, it's back on again. Let's see. With an earpiece, maybe we could hear you live. You're back on again, sir. Maybe you speak now so whatever we can hear. Go ahead and speak, sir. So if you're speaking, let me know you're speaking. Let's say I'm speaking. Okay, you're speaking. Oh, okay, but I can hear you. I can hear you. Okay. All right. So if you're using your laptop, I don't know if you're using your laptop, but maybe you want to try using your phone. Okay, you want to try using your phone. Okay, and so let's see. That's a backup right now. We just got to sort this out. All right, we have 15 minutes out on this. Okay, so when you want to log in on your phone, use your phone to log in. So let's see. That will likely work. Okay, we got to sort this out. Okay, so let's hang on. Let's hang on. This is just gonna be It's going to be out of this world tonight because I know it's ready. Okay, I've listened to him over time. All right. It's very loaded for tonight. And this is just the beginning. It's going to start up tonight's conference. And I know that it's very loaded and it has value that's going to set this conference in the right tones. Okay. So, but I know that sometimes technology can be funny. Right. I've had my own share of this. I've had my own share of this. Okay. So, but let's just hang on. Let's hang on. I believe it's gonna be sorted out. Okay, it's gonna be sorted out. So let's see if using his phone will be better. All right, so it can be back on again, and then we can take this section and then wait for the next section. I know a lot of us know that the next section is gonna be lit. Okay. All right, so please don't go away. All right, we just want to set the tone for tonight. Okay, and the topic for tonight is something I'm very passionate about. Very passionate about. Many years back, like I said, I was just remunerating. Things were not working. How I said now, things were not working the way I wanted it. Things were the businesses that seemed that we had a bid for some years. Somehow we're not producing the kind of results that we expected, and life was just not working the way that it's supposed to work, the way I'd planned it, all right, for it to work. And I was just asking myself a few questions. What next? What's my life all about? What am I created for? What's the reason I'm here? I don't have a lot of giftings. Okay, I have some gifts, I have some talents, okay, whatever you call it, talents or gifts, okay, but somehow I've used a part of my talent earlier in my life, produced so much results with that. But there was something deep in me that was craving for some more. Okay, I was craving for some more, and I just wanted my life to be better than the way it works. All right, the way things were going. Okay, so I wanted to leave a legacy. Okay, I saw my mentors, I saw my role models. They were doing things, doing stuff out there. They were making impact out there. Okay, and then somehow I attended an end of year retreat, or I call it a retreat, an end of year get together, end of year party. Okay, it was for a house fellowship. And a friend of mine was also hosting the House Fellowship, and he asked a question during the course of the conversation in that meeting. And he said something that night. He said, when people mention your name, what comes to their mind? What comes to their mind? Okay, let's see. Our speaker is back again. I'll tell that story if we're live. Then I'll probably continue with that story in another section. Okay, but let's see if this works. Okay. All right. So can you speak on, sir?
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you loud and clear. You can hear you loud and clear now. It's better. Okay, all right, better. Okay, so okay, so I guess
sorry about that, well, technology.
yeah, awesome. So there's a background on your end. You probably want to maybe mute up the laptop if your laptop is still on. Okay, let me remove the laptop from the stream. Okay, because it's echoing from this end. Yeah, so you want to put it on mute, or you want to remove it completely. Okay, but you are live now, and we can hear you loud and clear. We can hear you loud and clear.
Okay, so maybe you want to take me out, take the other one out of the studio.
Okay, the other one is out of the studio, but the link is still here. So, okay. So you want to close? Okay, let me kick it out of the studio. Okay, awesome. Okay. It's out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, great. So we are good to go. Well, thank you so much, Terry. Sorry about that. That's just part of life.
Okay, well, I'm still getting an echo from your end anyway. Okay. So now if your two devices are connected, you need to take one out. It's going to be echoing to the other one.
Okay, let me try using the earpiece and see how.
Okay, awesome.
Okay, so is it better now?
Yes, great. Great, 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 great. All right, we're going to hit right now. Thank you so much, sir. I believe we stressed a bit, but we're going to just hit it. All right, so but we are about 20 minutes behind. I know you're going to rush through tonight's
We'll
section.
catch up.
We'll catch up. Okay,
We'll catch
awesome.
up.
So I'm just going to leave the floor for you. But before I leave the floor, let me just say one or two words about the gentleman that we have right now. Our speaker for tonight, his name is no other person then Odeyemi Olayiwole, all right, is the CEO of Inspire to Lead, the certified John Maxwell, part of the John Maxwell team, is a certified coach of the John Maxwell team, and is doing awesome, awesome stuff the last 30 years. All right, great. It's great to have you on board. I've been watching you from afar. And I want to thank God that tonight I had the opportunity to actually host you on tonight's conversation. And not just hosting you, to set the tone for tonight, the Exceptional and Leader Conference. All right, with you speaking tonight. So tonight, Odeyemi is going to be taking us on the topic, winning the mind war, changing your game plan from success to significance. Thank you so much. And I'm going on the back end right now. It's over to you, sir.
Thank you so much,
Over to
Terry.
you, sir.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, great, sir. Yeah, yeah. Awesome, awesome, awesome.
Okay. Well, once again, I want to say a big thank you to Terry for giving me the opportunity to be the first speaker at this exceptional significant leader conference. If you are there, just go to the chat. Let me know you are there so that we can do this together. Sorry for the little hitches we had at the beginning, but I'm excited and I'm ready to share my story and to share a couple of experiences on our subject matter. So I'm taking the topic winning the mind war, changing your game plan from success to significance. I want to start once again by thanking Terry for the opportunity to share. Terry is doing amazing things on this platform and indeed in the work that he does, outside this platform. So we celebrate you, Terry, for what you're doing, and congratulations on 1 year of adding value to people all around the world. We truly believe in you and in what you are doing, and we're glad to be a part of this conference. Now, I want to start by sharing a story. When you think of the year 1996, what comes to your mind? Okay, so just go to the chat and let me know. When you think of the year 1996, what comes to your mind? What's the first thing that comes to your mind when you think of the year 1996? Okay, so let me see what I see in the comments in the chat. Sorry about the quality. That's why I didn't want to use this device because I know the quality is not as good as the other device, but somehow the sound on the other one is wasn't coming out. So for me, 1996 was a year of mixed. Okay, yes, joining from Uganda. Okay, great, great to have you. I said, when you think of the year 1996, what's the first thing that comes to your mind? For me, 1996 is a year of mixed feelings. It was a year mixed with both the good, the bad, and the ugly. But what comes to my mind is the Atlanta Olympics 1996, and specifically the football part of the Olympics, when Nigeria was playing in the finals of the Olympics. How Nigeria was down and losing, and by a twist of events, from losing that game, Nigeria went to winning a gold medal in the 1996 Atlanta Olympics. It's a day I can't forget. I remember where I was watching that football game, and there was a lot of jubilation on the campus in the university that day. I've shared that story to say this. The first half of the year could have been a season where you suffered a lot of losses. But the second half can be your winning half. And the key thing, if we look at our subject, is winning the mind war, changing your game plan from success to significance. Now, if you're taking notes, I'd like you to write down these keywords. The first word is winning. The second word is mind. The third word is changing. The next one is game plan. The next one is success. And the last word is significance. Now, all of these words are very important in coming up with a winning strategy for the second half of the year 2021. Like I said, Nigeria was losing that game from the first half down to the second half. But there was a change in strategy that brought about a change of results. And it's the same thing for you and I. When we find ourselves, whether it's the game of business, the game of marriage, the game of your career, or whatever it is that you're doing, and it seems as if you're going through a losing streak, and you want to change the results you are getting, it requires a change of strategy. And I like the topic that has been chosen because it always begins from the mind. Now, I learned this very late in my journey that there's a difference between skill sets and mindsets. Part of the reason why a lot of people keep losing in the game of life, the game of business, the game of family, the game of career, or whatever you want to call it, is because they mistake skill sets and mindsets to be the same thing. No, the change always begins from acquiring certain mindsets. Okay, and having the skill sets without having the right mindsets will not give you the desired results you're looking for at the end of the day. So the first thing I'd like us to know is that the mindset is very crucial. I'm going to give us 3 key mindsets that are required if we're going to make this shift of losing to winning and moving from success to significance. Mindsets are different from skill sets. Don't ever confuse the two to be the same. And that's why you can see someone who has a lot of education but does not have the desired results that they should have. Or they have the skill sets, but they haven't acquired the right mindsets. Now, so if you're taking notes, write down right skill sets plus right mindsets equals desired results. If we're going to be exceptional and significant leaders that are making the shift from just success to significance, and I'll talk about that in a moment, it's a marriage between having the right skill sets and also having the right mindsets. I was confused at the beginning of my journey. I was working very hard using the right skill sets, but I wasn't seeing the desired results I wanted. It was only when I became very conscious of this truth that mindsets and skill sets are totally different. And I began to acquire the right mindsets to win the mind war. It was only at that point in time that my skill sets began to produce the results I was looking for. Now, I want us to know this. In the journey of life, there are 4 levels of life. And some of us may not begin at the lowest level. But the first level is what I call suffering. There are a lot of people all around the world who are suffering. There's hunger, there's poverty, there's a lot of anguish. I mean, from Africa to Asia to Australia to Antarctica to North America to South America to Europe, regardless of where it is on the face of the earth, you have poor people. You have people who are suffering. That's the lowest level of life. Now, the second level is the level of surviving. Now, some people manage to break through from just merely from suffering to surviving. I mean, where they just merely get by, they're just able to take care of their basic needs, but they are just surviving. The third level is what I call success. They have moved from suffering to surviving to where they are now succeeding. Okay, so they're able to have a life that, all their needs are met. Their goals are being accomplished, their expectations are being fulfilled, their businesses are doing well, are quite profitable, in their career, they're at the top of the ladder. That's just the third level. But there is a 4th level of life. And the goal of this session is to see how we can make the shift from just merely succeeding to the 4th level which is the significance level. So remember I said there's the suffering level where you have not enough. There's the surviving level where you have just enough. And there's the success level where you have more than enough. But there's a higher level, which is the significant level, which is when you don't just have more than enough, but you are empowering people to live a life that is more than enough also. And that's what true leaders do. So we're talking about the exceptional and significant leader. Is the leader who has gone from suffering to survival, from to success to significance. Now, there's a common denominator at these four levels. One common denominator that controls these four levels of life is the mindset. So going back to the issue of winning the mind war, whether it's the suffering level, the survival level, the success level, or the significance level, they are all governed by mindsets. What controls each of these levels is mindsets. It will shock you to know that there are people who are living at each of these four levels that have the same skill sets. I mean, so you have people who are well educated but are living in abject poverty. We have nations where you have lots of educated people, but they're living below the poverty line, by the IMF or of all the regulatory organizations, as the case may be. And you have people who are just surviving, who have the right skill sets. You have people who are succeeding, who have the right skill sets, and you have people who are living the significant life, who have the right mindsets. So mindsets are very crucial in making the shift at these four levels, from suffering to surviving, from success to significance. Now, I'd like you to go to the chat and just type the word I want to make the shift to significance. Type in the chat, I want to make the shift to significance. And that's my desire. I mean, I found myself, I've gone through all these four stages in life. I mean, there was a stage in my life where I was suffering and smiling, like they say in this part of the world. I mean, where I didn't have enough. And I found myself breaking through to the level where I just had just enough. Then moving to the level where you have more than enough, to another level where you're able to empower people to live a life that is more than enough. Now, having said that, let me just say this. Success is about doing well, while significance is about equipping, encouraging, and empowering people to do better than you are doing. At the beginning of my leadership journey, it was all about climbing the ladder of success. But the truth is this: once you taste significance, success will never satisfy you. That's the truth. Anybody who has truly tasted what I'm talking about, you just realize that you are never satisfied with success once you've tasted a life of significance. So success is about you doing well, but the life of significance is about you equipping, encouraging, and empowering people to do better than you were doing. Now, a while ago, I had dinner, which was cooked by my 15-year-old daughter. Now, I have three daughters. My oldest daughter is 15. I have a set of twins that are 13. My wife has equipped, empowered, and encouraged the three of them to know how to cook and bake and do the basic things that any woman needs to do in the kitchen. And so they do this. And I think about 2 years ago, so my wife traveled out of the country for a course, and so I was left at home with just my three daughters. No house help, no nothing, just the four of us in the house. And they were able to manage the house, cleaning, cooking, washing, and everything. Because their mother had equipped them, encouraged them, and empowered them to do what she does, and even do it better in her absence. That is a life of significance. Success is about addition, while significance is about living a life of multiplication. So we want to move from addition of results, the multiplication of results, where we've been able to empower, equip, and encourage other people to be at their best. Okay, so having said that, what are the three key mindsets that move a person out from just suffering, surviving success to a life of significance? The first one is what I call a growth mindset. I know this is the most popular one, a growth mindset. I mean, moving from a fixed mindset, moving from just being goal oriented to being growth oriented. The truth is this: you can't give what you don't have. Okay, so it's important that we realize that to be able to help people, we must have helped ourselves first of all. To be able to help people, so you work towards growing yourself to becoming the best version of yourself. I mean, the moment I realized that I was a lead around the people that I lead, it placed a sense of responsibility on me to just keep growing myself, to keep growing myself. And there are 6 things I do every day to ensure that I'm constantly becoming the best version of myself so that I can help people also become the best versions of themselves. I don't have enough time to share what those 6 things are. I'll just read them out and you can write them down. It's an acronym I formed with the word growth. So it's God time daily, reading time daily, others time daily, work time daily, thinking time daily, and hearing time daily. These are 6 things so that I'm constantly becoming the best version of myself so that I can lift my leadership lead and ensure that I'm not limiting the people who are following me or who I am meant to be helping. So it's a growth mindset. The leader never takes the L off his life. So I want to challenge you to keep growing yourself, not for you to be successful, but so that you can be a ladder for others to climb up. There was a stage in my leadership where all my leadership team meetings with members of my team was to discuss the goals of the organization. But several years ago, I think about 5 to 6 years ago, I made the shift of sitting down to discuss goals with them to begin to talk growth with them. So the meetings I would have with my team was how can I help them grow themselves? Because I knew if I could help them grow themselves, it would become easier for us to hit our goals as an organization. So make the shift of just meeting with your team to help them about goals, but growing yourself so you can help them also grow. It's an amazing paradigm shift. The second one is what I call the generosity mindset. I mean, this is moving from the scarcity, poverty mindset to the abundance mindset, where you have the mindset where that there is more than enough. So you don't see yourself as a reservoir, but you see yourself as a river. One thing I'm constantly doing, everything I learn, and I'm looking for somebody else to share it with. Okay, just this generosity mindset, not the scarcity mindset that is trying to hoard and to hide. If you find yourself hoarding and hiding the things you are learning and the opportunities that you have, then you just discover you can't go beyond success. You never get to a place of significance. But people who have made the shift from success to significance are not hoarding and hiding. They have a generosity mindset. They see themselves as rivers, not reservoirs. So I want to challenge you to make that mind shift, from the poverty and the scarcity mindset to a generosity mindset. The third, the last but not the least, is what I call the group mindset. That's what Terry is doing here. He's created this platform, he's created this group, bringing amazing speakers from around the world, sharing different perspectives on similar things, so that he can add value to every member of this community. What he's doing, he's gone beyond being a ladder climber to being a ladder holder and a ladder builder. The group mindset is moving from being a soloist to being someone who is a conductor of an orchestra, moving from being a soloist to being a team player, moving from being a soloist to being a collaborator. You've heard it said before, collaboration is the currency of the 21st century. And that's what our friend and brother Terry is doing through this community. A collaboration of like minds from around the world, okay, to help us to move from just mere success where we're just getting better ourselves, but he's creating ladders to help other people become better. Okay, so I've called three mindsets: the growth mindset, the generosity mindset, and the group mindset. Okay, these three mindsets are crucial. They are the differentiator between those who are suffering, those who are merely surviving, those who are merely succeeding, to those who are actually living the significant life. I relocated from one city to another city about 16 years ago. And it's so interesting that there are people that I have the privilege to lead 16 years ago in a different organization that I still have influence over today, though I don't live in the same city with them. And I began to ask myself, why has the influence and the impact been maintained for 16 solid years, in spite of the fact that there's distance from us, in spite of the fact that I no longer lead them in the same organization? And I discovered it was because I helped to build ladders for them to climb up. I helped them to discover their potential. I helped them to reach, to grow their potential so that they could do what I was doing and do it better than I am doing. I am so excited when I see people have had the privilege to mentor, doing what I'm doing and even doing it better. It is so, so exciting. Making the shift where people are not just clapping for me, but they are clapping for people that have the opportunity to equip, encourage, and empower. That is what a life of significance is all about. And the truth is, as we enter the second half of 2021, the strategy needs to change. You've been trying to do everything by yourself. You need to make the shift. Make the shift. Begin to have a good mindset. Begin to have a generosity mindset, a group mindset. Begin to change the strategy. We've gone beyond individual leadership to team leadership. John Maxwell says teamwork is what makes the dream work. He said one of us is not as smart as all of us. And I think one major strategy that I am changing from today, and I began to do it, is to see who needs to be on my team that is not on my team. Who do I need to equip, encourage, and empower so that together we can make the world a better place? That's exactly what the Exceptional and Significant Leader Conference is doing. It's creating a ladder for us in the second half of the year where you have amazing speakers, and I encourage you to ensure you follow through the entire conference, that are going to be bringing amazing experience and perspective. And what's happening is that we're going to begin to collaborate with each other to see how we can make the world a better place. So the strategy needs to change. The mindset must change, and this is the game plan. I want to wrap it up with three things. Now, so if we're talking a new strategy includes three things to go beyond success and significance. So the first thing is this: you must be solution driven. Now, people who have moved from success to significance are seeking solutions to help solve the problems of people. So the question I will ask you is this: what solution do you have to a problem that exists right where you are? Write that down. The second thing is, once you find that solution, serve people. Serve people with that solution. So it goes beyond just trying to make profit to trying to solve a problem, because it's possible to make profit without solving a problem. It's possible to make profit while creating a problem. I mean, there are many businesses that try in creating problems to make profits. But people who have moved from success to significance are trying to use solutions that are based on purpose. We're going to hear Dr. Samuel in a moment, how you can use that solution to solve a problem. You serve people. And last but not the least is sacrifice. I want to challenge you, if you're going to make this shift from success to significance, to go the extra mile. Sacrifice is all about going the extra mile. Going the extra mile in using your solution to solve the problems of people as you serve them. Right now in your career, in your business, what problems have been created by COVID that can you solve? You know the reason why the self-education industry is one of the biggest industries in the 21st century, raking in billions of dollars annually, one of the fastest growing industries, because it's not about success, it's about significance. The self-education industry is about creating ladders for people to be encouraged, empowered, and equipped to become the best versions of themselves. And that's why it seems as it is gaining traction globally, because it's all about significance, helping other people be the best that they could be. I want to wrap up with a post I posted sometime last year. I think it was the 30th of June, and yesterday was 1 year anniversary. It was about the 7 responsibilities of the CEO. If you want to be a leader who goes beyond just personal success to a life of significance, where you are holding the ladders for others to climb up, or you are creating ladders for others to reach their full potential, these are your responsibilities. So the CEO is what I call the CCO. He's the Chief Culture Officer. So you are leading by example. You're creating the culture wherever you find yourself. Number 2, he's the CLO, the Chief Love Officer. I wrote a book that just came out called The Leader's Love Quotient. You know, it's your responsibility to learn how to grow your love quotient. If you can do that, you just discover that you are a more significant leader that is creating ladders. Number 3 is that you are the CPS. You are the Chief Problem Solver. I've said that already. You're the CEO. You're the Chief Encouragement Officer. You're also the CLO, the Chief Listening Officer. So we have to give them listening ears. Listen before you lead. You're the CMO. You're the Chief Motivating Officer. And last but not the least, you're the CRO, the Chief Reminding Officer. The truth is this: I truly believe that in this second half of the year, we can still hit our goals, if first of all, we will make these mental shifts. If you forget anything I said, please remember this: skill sets without the right mindsets will not generate the desired results. There needs to be a mental shift, the growth mindset, the generosity mindset, and the group mindsets. These are winning strategies for the second half of the year. So just tweak your game plan for 2021. Okay? You set goals at the beginning. Try to see how you can consolidate on your growth plan and have a good mindset. But also generosity. Don't hoard, don't hide. Share, collaborate, have a group mindset, and watch and see as your solution and your sacrifice and your service creates that traction and moves you from just being a successful leader to one who is significant. I still have a lot to share from my notes, but I want to respect the time. I have about 5 minutes left. I want to leave some time for Q&A. But if I have shared something that's added value to you, please go to the chat and let me know what you have learned. But just type in the chat mindsets.
You have to eat, sir. You still have to eat.
Okay, I still have to eat.
Yes. So let's say another 7-8 minutes you still have.
Great. So let's take some Q&A. I think that will be good. Take some Q&A. Let me get some feedback. I've been talking. Please kindly reshare. Okay, can I have that on the screen so I can please kindly reshare the post about the responsibilities of the significant leaders so that, okay, great, on the timeline. Okay, can I kindly, let me reshare. The first thing is that you are the chief culture officer. Every leader is the thermostat of the organization. You create the temperature. Okay, so if we want people to have a group mindset, to have a generosity mindset, a growth mindset, it always begins with the leader. Okay, success is me, myself, and I. A lot of times, others are not included in the equation when it is success. So you were thinking about your goals. Okay, but now I'd like you to think about how can I help other people achieve their goals in the second half of the year through my products and my services. Okay, so that's when significance begins to play. It's a game changer. Okay, the second one is that you are the CLO, the Chief Love Officer. Okay, the excitement, the engagement, the energy in any organization goes up by 100% when a leader begins to operate as a significant leader who is a chief love officer. I mean, you love your people. I mean, you're able to separate people from problems, people from their responsibilities, and the likes. Okay, be the chief love officer. The third one is that you're the chief problem solver. Remember, I said the strategy is we must be solution driven. Okay, so every day, what problems did I solve? Okay, solution, the chief problem solver. You're the CEO, not just the chief executive officer, you're the chief encouragement officer. Remember, I define significance as equipping, encouraging, and empowering other people to do what you do and to do it better. Equipping and encouraging and empowering people, to reach their full potential. Okay, so you're the chief encouragement officer. The next one is that you're the chief listening officer. One of the ways you can be a significant leader is that you listen more. Listening comes before leading. I have a quote, I normally would say, if you give them your ears, they will give you their hearts and their hands. Everybody loves the listening ear. Okay? I think it was Steve Covey who said, first seek to understand before seeking to be understood. Okay? You have to put on the cap of the CLO, Chief Listening Officer. Also, you're the Chief Motivating Officer. One of the three top qualities that leaders need in the 21st century is that there are three of them. One of the three is the ability to motivate people. Okay, and if you are just someone who is driven by success, you might find yourself manipulating people to achieve goals. But if you make the shift from success to significance, you find that you are motivating people to achieve their goals. So the question I will ask you, do your people feel motivated or manipulated? Okay, so if you're still operating at the realm of I want to be successful, I'm pursuing success, if that's the game plan, throw that game plan away. Okay? Throw that game plan away and make the shift to significance where it is driven by motivation, not manipulation. And last but not the least, you're the chief reminding officer. We're told that organizations need to remind people every 21 days about what the vision is, what the mission is, what the core values are, so they're constantly on the same page. So you're the chief reminding officer. Quick review right now as we get set to wrap it up. Like I said, if you're like me many years ago, you're working very hard, but it's not adding up. You're working very hard, but the results are not showing. The problem is the mindset. So you might have got an MBA and you've got some more certifications, but it doesn't seem to be adding up. Maybe in your personal life or your professional life. Where you need to work on are the mindsets. And I've given you 3 mindsets that are game changers. The growth mindset that helps you become the best version of yourself so you can keep adding value to people, bringing something to the table, not taking something from the table all the time without bringing something to the table. The second one is the generosity mindset where you are not hoarding and hiding, but you are sharing and giving. And also the group mindset where you are not a soloist, individualist, but you are a conductor, you are a collaborator, you are a team player. And it all begins with the mind. When I began to make these mental shifts, I began to see my skills produce more and more results. So make the shift yourself. And I also said there are 4 levels of life. Where are you? And at all these levels, mindset is a common denominator why people have found themselves where they are. Whether they're suffering, surviving, merely succeeding, as sweet as it sounds or it looks, there's something better than success. It is significance, where I can become a ladder for people to climb up to reach their full potential. And for me, there's nothing as fulfilling as helping somebody be the best that they can be. I do hope I've been able to add value to you. I'm ready to just take some questions. Terry, we celebrate you. I look forward to listening to the other speakers as they add to the little I've shared tonight to ensure that we all become exceptional and significant leaders that are making our world a better place.
Wow, 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 wow. I was just taking notes. So much nuggets shared there. I don't know. This is just getting interesting. Thank you for setting the pace, setting the tone tonight. I believe this is something I got to listen to over and over and over and again. You will know those who have been sitting at the feet of Jesus when they speak. All right, all right. So from everything you shared, I'm like, these gentlemen have been sitting close to John Maxwell for a very long time. I am telling you, because every sentence you want to take notes, every sentence you want to take notes. So I'm just so grateful, sir, for the
Thank you.
opportunity to share this. Now we're going to take questions quickly. Every section for this conference has been programmed, so we're not taking 1 minute out of this. We're going to shut this down in a bit, but we can take some questions in for the next 3 minutes or 3 to 5 minutes. We can take questions, so we can answer them. Before you take questions from participants tonight, let me ask you to talk about this again, because at that particular time when you shared this, the line was a bit breaking, so I guess
Okay.
they may not be able to get it. So you talked about the growth mindset, and your growth was an acronym. Okay, when you
Yeah.
were sharing the acronym, the line was breaking. So I guess people may not be able to get exactly what the G, the R, the O, the W, and the T and the H stands for. So maybe you want to say that again and then just wrap that up so that we can get that very clearly. And then I'm looking at the
Okay.
comments if there are other questions, because we got to round this up in 2 to 5 minutes. Over to you, sir.
Okay, once again, thank you so much, Terry, for the opportunity to be a part of this community and add value. Now, the growth acronym for me is my silver or golden bullet that really transformed my life. And
Mm.
it's six things I do every day to become the best version of myself. And it was birthed actually out of wanting to help people. So the G stands for what I call God time daily. I'm a person of faith. I believe in the grand overall designer God. So I spend time with Him daily. I believe that God is the source of creativity, and that's where it begins for me. The R is reading time daily. So I read. I have books that are lined up to read from now to December. And I'm just trying to just exercising my mind, like
No
I'm
wonder
trying to
the hair
exercise.
is a bit white now. But that's a signature
Yes,
anyway.
that's
It's a
right.
signature. Yeah,
So,
guys.
so I'm constantly reading, trying to upgrade my knowledge. So reading time daily. The always others time daily. So networking at 3 levels: those ahead, colleagues, and those coming behind. Okay, so I believe that your network is very crucial in reaching your full potential. The W is work time. So what's the 20% of my work daily that produces 80% of the results that I require? Okay, so we all are working in different spaces. You need to know what is the 20% of work that produces 80% of the results, and give that the first time and the best time. The first and the best. That's what I do. Okay, so then the T is thinking time daily. So I find time to think. I believe thinking time is when you put flesh on your ideas. Every idea comes like a skeleton, and the more you think about the idea, the more you're putting flesh on that skeleton. So I have thinking time daily where I think on paper. Okay, and the last but not the least is the H is the hearing time daily. So I listen at three levels: spiritual, motivational, educational. Okay, so I'm constantly trying to build my capacity by listening to educational podcast audios, motivational, and spiritual. So these are six things I do to keep myself fresh, so I am able to keep helping people because I can't give what I don't have. How can I keep lifting my leadership lead so that those that I have influence over can become better also?
Yeah, thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much, sir. We don't have so much time again. I believe that's all for tonight, except there are other questions. Looking at the comments now, there are no more questions here, but I just want to say thank you. This is something I personally am going to be listening to over and over again. Get those things done so you can begin to make the shift. Make the shift. This is so awesome. Thank you so much, sir, for adding value to us. You have been in the community for a while, seeing what we're doing. You've just been there watching. I believe we've been doing something that is very great. That's why you've still been around. But I want to thank you so much. So let's just celebrate our speaker for tonight. If you stayed there, Fumi and Modusha say awesome sections. I'm going to put in what they said on the screen so you can see it. All right. So can you share? Just keep putting that your appreciation to our speaker for sharing. Okay. So who else there is saying? Okay. Someone else says thank you for sharing value. Thank you for sharing value. Okay. Someone else that says very much value. Thank you, sir. All right. So let's keep that coming in. Okay. So Fumi is joining from our YouTube channel. Okay. Thank you, Fumi. I'm not too sure for joining on the YouTube channel. Thank you so much. All right. Awesome. Awesome. Okay. So we can celebrate our speaker. We're going to wrap this session now in a bit because the next section is coming. So what I want to do, let me allow our speaker to just go behind, take his leave. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Yeah, thank you so much. Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Yeah. Awesome. 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 Wow. This is getting interesting. I believe. Oh, sorry, just a minute, please. Oh, okay, great. This is getting so interesting tonight. I believe this has set the tone for the conference tonight. This has set the tone for the next 3 days. 8 sections in all, man. I believe at the end of this conference, if you stay consistent to listen to this section over and over again, so much nuggets have been shared there. So much things have been shared there. I believe you want to go through this over and over again. But well, I'm going to leave this for a few hours in the room by 12 midnight. I'm going to take this off. So for those who want to listen to this, if you didn't join live, I'm so sorry about that. But if you want to get this, if you want to get the video for tonight's section and all the sections, you want to send a message to the phone number 234 8023256720. Okay, I'll put that in the comments at the end of the section. I believe if you've been around for a while in the community, you would have known that this number, it's everywhere on the group. Okay, so send a message that you want the recordings of this section, not just this section, all the sections, all right? So you can listen to them over and over again. It's good to listen one time, but listen, you can't get the value until you listen to them over and over again. So I want to thank everyone Someone said I learned a lot. All right. Comfort says more wisdom, sir. Okay, and then there's us. Okay, awesome. So thank you everyone who have joined tonight. This is so great. I want to appreciate Femi Ola saying Dave. Thank you for joining. Perpetual, thank you for joining. Comfort Omotola, thank you. Fumi Omotosho joining from YouTube. Thank you. My boss, Adegoke Omotola. All right, thank you so much for at least joining in tonight. I appreciate you. And everyone who's been a part of tonight's section, thank you, thank you, thank you. So we're going to wrap this up right now. Okay, the next section will be started exactly as soon as I drop out of this section. All right, so you can refresh the Facebook. Just refresh, click refresh. All right, we're going to start the next section just after this. Okay. Dr. Sam Akundayo is so much pumped up. He's ready. All right, he's giving me a sign already. That's going to be joining us shortly. So I'm going to end this section. Then we're going to start up the next section at a different video. So refresh, just refresh, and then you'll be able to see us live on the next section. So thank you so much for joining. I'm going to start this as soon as I drop this. Let me say that again. As soon as I drop this, I'm going to start the next section. All right. And then 8:15, we'll get Dr. Sam Ekundayo into the room. So thank you for joining, and I'll see you in the next section. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.